Nadiya's Bake Me a Story celebration. Read by Books for Kids by Flying Dragons. We're doing the Easter Bunny story today. The Easter Bunny was in a bit of a jam. It was nearly Easter, and it was her job to hide all the beautiful painted eggs for children to find. But there was a problem. Her friends the hens were still tired from last Easter, and they decided that they needed a holiday. They'd gone off to a spa to get their feathers plumped and their beaks polished, so that meant there were no eggs for the Easter Bunny to decorate or hide. She hopped off into the forest to see if anyone could help. "I'm sure I could find you some fir cones," said Owl. "I'll share my acorns with you," offered Squirrel. "I can raid some dustbins. There'll be treasure in there," said Fox. But none of those things were quite right for the Easter Bunny. Even though she was grateful that her friends wanted to help, she trudged home and made herself a bowl of her favourite carrot and cumin soup. The soup made the Easter Bunny feel much more lively, and she hopped into her kitchen tidying up. One particularly large bounce dislodged a dusty recipe book high on the shelf, and the book fell at her feet. It was called Chocolate for Bunnies. The Easter Bunny suddenly had a great idea. When Easter came, the bunny did her work, then tucked herself behind a bush to hide. A second later, a gang of children ran outside, empty baskets swinging from their arms, ready to collect the pretty painted eggs hidden in their garden. As the Easter Bunny watched, the first child squealed in delight and thrust his hand into a flower pot. Then he stopped and looked closer at what was in his palm. He sniffed it, thought for a bit, then he took a huge bite. The Easter Bunny grinned to herself at the child's excitement. She had spent days and days making eggs out of chocolate, and luckily the children liked them. The Easter Bunny hopped all the way home and picked up her own basket from her kitchen. There was one more job to do. She bounced back to the forest and found her friends. The hens were back from the spa, looking very plump and polished. "Thank you for being lovely friends and offering to help me," she said to Owl, Squirrel and Fox, and she handed each of them their own chocolate egg. "And hens, here's eggs for you too. I'm sorry for making you tired." From then on, a new tradition was born, and everyone always enjoyed a chocolate egg at Easter time. Easter happens in March or April. It began as a celebration of new life in ancient times, with symbols like bunnies and eggs, as we see at Easter now. Easter is also a festival for followers of the Christian faith. And we can make some carrot and cumin soup. Make some delicious carrot and cumin soup just like the Easter Bunny likes to eat. And we could make some Easter egg Rocky Road. You could take your Rocky Road and turn it into take your Easter eggs and turn it into Rocky Road. Make something absolutely delicious. And you can make a sock bunny. So you get an old sock, a nice clean one, and you can turn it into an Easter egg sock bunny.